You are now listening to Commversations.
Only they agree to listen, we can go somewhere. But other than that, look at the world around us. It's too chaotic. So, on your end, make it not chaotic.
Yes,
ma'am.
we will try po as like part of the new generation
Yeah.
to Pero since you have noticed po that there are problems within the field, like miscommunication nga po you mentioned. What are other problems would the new generation like us or in lower year levels would face in the field of comm, especially in the digital world?
In the, one disadvantage, I will call it a disadvantage. The digital age is running too fast.
Yes, ma'am. I
What
agree.
is new today is obsolete tomorrow.
Yes.
That fast. Why? Because it's already money making. Okay? The AI, it's there, the hype is too much, but actually, if you go down to brass tacks, a lot of research and money needs to be poured in for AI to really get there. So it's kind of daunting, but of course, you have to just read what's the latest in this field and all. But not all companies go to AI. They still rely on people.
Thankfully, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thankfully.
because it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's very expensive. In the company I work for, if you don't need it, we don't subscribe.
Kasi it's monthly po, di ba? Yung
Yeah,
payments mo,
$86, $100.
Oh.
So we just get what we need. The rest is people.
Human. No?
Humans, no, not bots.
ganun.
Okay? Like I said, our clients say, hey, Tina, can you please have the blog written human? That's the way we talk now. And before we never even say that. Sure, it's going to be a human, not a bot.
Yes.
Okay?
Really
So,
did
you know, it's daunting, but the challenge is there. Live up to that challenge. I'm not saying it's easy. It's never going to be easy. It will be daunting, but just be prepared emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually.
Kasi parang yan po yung mostly fear ng mga tao ngayon dahil sa nagtitake over na ng AI yung like yung mga deepfakes,
Yeah.
tapos yung mga chat GPT
GPT.
and such. So parang iniisip siguro talaga ng iba na, ano pang magiging work ko if ever na mag-take ako ng ganitong course?
Yes, ma'am.
If-
Something like that.
Yeah, something
yes.
like that. Yung mga talagang common
They start
na,
to spiral
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And ino-overthink na po talaga nila yung
Yeah.
future
Don't
nila.
overthink that, no? So just focus on your positives
Yeah.
and what else you can enhance, okay? So what I'm saying is it's not going to be easy out there to look for a job and all, but you can start somewhere. Wag muna kayo masyadong mapili and look at dapat mataas yung sahod ko, no.
Yes.
Again, know your worth.
Yes.
Know your worth.
Babalik
no?
sa una.
Be humble enough and say, dito lang muna ako.
Yeah.
So how can I constantly improve? No? This age, and in any age, in any generation, improvement is always key. Always remember that. Okay,
Yes.
it will never go out of fashion.
Always have to be progressing forward po.
Yes.
Lagi.
For accepting your limitations and going from there. Okay,
Yes.
doing collaborations, listening. Simplicity is also key, and humility.
After your graduation, ma'am, di ba nagtrabaho na kayo agad sa field ng media?
Yes.
So pag iisipin natin ngayon, medyo matagal na yun, ma'am, and our world is ever evolving. So, sa mga nagdaan po, like, ano po yung nakita niyong pagbabago sa field ng communications from before up to now? And also, parang, how do you see the field of communications 5 years or 10 years
10
from now?
years from now.
Yeah.
Like I said, everything is evolving. I started with radio. I went into television and advertising. Okay. So I was evolving with the time.
Wow. Yeah.
Ito yung bago, so you have to be with it.
Hop in.
With it and on it.
Yeah.
And see where you can fit. How did a comm graduate like me end
Yes.
up in a digital company?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
How did you adapt po?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hired because I was just a walk-in.
What?
I was a walk-in
Wow.
and I talked to my boss, okay, and they needed somebody who will be a good
Like writer.
operations manager.
Wow.
When you say operations, you're dealing with people. Matitigas ang ulo eh.
Pero mataas
And my-
na yun agad, ma'am.
Yeah,
diba?
operations manager. So when I got in, I set down the rules.
Yeah.
And it worked from there. I learned from them, they learned from me as well. So anything technical about web content, SEO, etc., I know it like the back of my hand already because I learned from the technical experts.
Yeah.
So it's a two-way thing.
Yeah.
It's a two-way thing.
To benefit each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing I realized, sales and marketing will always be the same and advertising will always be the same in principle, in practice, only the medium changes. Always know that.
Yes.
That's where the money is also, sales and marketing.
Yeah. Parang mas maraming ang job opportunities sa mga ganong types of fields na, ma'am.
Project management.
Yeah, project management.
So po ma'am, actually to end with our last question, unfortunately,
Yeah.
what advice would you give po to students, specifically those, I guess, senior high school students who be interested in these different job opportunities you've mentioned po in this episode? What kind of advice would you give for them moving forward? They want to...
Yeah, moving forward, of course, I'd encourage them, those who'd like to write, who are very good with tools like anything about digital, editing, media. Everybody can do reels. Everybody can do videos.
They can
Everybody can have what? A YouTube or a TikTok channel, whatever. That is the disadvantage of the digital world because everybody hopped in. But always remember, you can always be an expert at something. Maybe I will not say the best, but you will be better than them. Why? Because you're BA Comm.
Yes, ma'am.
It's more brains than gadgets.
So, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Jack
It's
of all
more.
Yeah.
trades.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
that's
then
true.
explore where you will do best, and you will see that a couple of niches will come out. Okay? Never stop exploring. I know it's gonna hurt out there sometimes. There will be more disappointments as you look for your jobs, but that's part of it. You have to mature and grow up and say, I can do this. I must do this. This is for you because right after graduation, it's your life.
Pero what can you say, ma'am, dun sa mga, meron sa TikTok, nakita ko lang sa TikTok, na parang, what's the useless type of degree, parang ganun. Tapos sabi, communications, then, like, huh?
Very hurtful.
Parang ang hurtful naman po yun.
Yeah,
Kasi
that's
parang
kind of-
communications, you just know, parang it's just like learning how to communicate lang naman daw po. Kasi yung communication, so why not just read? And bakit mo pa ititake yung gantong type of course?
You know, they limited themselves with what communication is, talking and all. But they don't know, it's a craft you have to master. Okay? It's not easy to be talking to clients. It's not even easy to be explaining something. If you're not trained to do that, even to research and explain properly, then how can you even properly communicate for a job? Okay? Those who said that on TikTok, they also have a very limited thinking or knowledge about what communications
Is all
is.
about.
Them talking that way, limited na nga sila doon.
Yeah.
So it's very, very what? Very superficial.
Yeah.
It's now up to us, up to you to disprove that.
Yes.
Okay? Because again, I will say in television networks right now, even in TV5, ABS-CBN, GMA7, and other digital networks, BA Common nandun.
Yeah.
It's an advantage up your sleeves. So don't get daunted or,
Discouraged.
these people saying that, at the back of that, ano ba natapos nyo?
Yeah.
For you to even say that, defining what communication is misdefined na nga.
Yes.
Okay? So don't get, discouraged about that. All the more, prove them by working.
They're working.
Right?
Our very, very last question before we move on to our takeaways.
Yes.
Since very inspiring, very motivating po yung talk natin so
Yeah.
far. How would you encourage senior high school students to encourage our BA Comm Pamilya po program?
Yeah, for the senior highs right
Yes,
now,
mga grade 12.
if they're into this, it's a matter of what they want. That's the thinking of Gen Z today. And sometimes their parents also influence them. BA communication will never go out of style. It will always be there.
Yeah.
Okay? And your biggest advantage, is that we can go into different fields. Research, advertising,
Marketing.
writing, sales and marketing, teaching. We can be a lot. And no other course can do that.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Tell
we're very
me.
flexible.
Yeah,
all
you
kinds
are
of areas.
flexible.
Yes,
Totoo
because
yun.
we do research.
Yes.
When you do research, you can go to flexibility. Alright? So,
Also-
don't get daunted by that.
Tsaka yung mga graphics, ganun. It's,
You have the tools
Yeah.
now. So, added yon sa skill nyo. But the best still, I will always encourage that, keep on reading, searching, and use your brains.
Yes.
Less of the gadgets.
Ma'am.
That's just a help for some things you need to produce. But other than that, it should come from you.
Yeah.
From your
From
mind and your
brain.
heart.
Heart.
Okay?
Well, that's a very good
Good.
message to end on, actually, that you should always, should come from your mind and from your heart, whatever content we try to make. And another main point that I really love that you said a while ago, ma'am, was to never stop exploring.
Yeah, never stop
Very
exploring.
encouraging as well.
You know why I said that? Because until now, I'm still exploring as well.
Aww.
In the field I'm in right now, there's always something new every day. And that's what I put in the classroom. I always will share that. So you keep updated.
Yeah, and it's ever-evolving nga yung
Yes.
world natin. So talagang as nag-evolve, dapat tayo rin nag-a-adapt sa paligid natin.
Like I always say in my spiel, ending spiel for radio and television before was, keep reaching for the stars, but keep your feet on the ground.
Your dreams will do
Come
come true.
Well, I think that's a good message to end on. Don't you think so,
Yes.
Ate Shaira?
Yes, ang dami naming natutunan from Mom Pina, yung
Thank you
wisdom.
so much po, ma'am.
And thank you, Mom, for the time talaga.
No worries. My pleasure, and I'm honored. No, this is your podcast and
Yes,
this is your
ma'am.
production. I hope I did share a bit and
Yes, ma'am.
enlighten
You shared a lot,
whoever
ma'am.
listens.
Yeah.
And use this for marketing, especially
Yes,
those who
ma'am.
Of course,
We
ma'am.
will encourage more students from SLU or
From other
other schools, grade 12 students to enroll
Yeah.
in SLU BA-COMM. Kasi,
Yeah, it's not only ayaw nila ng mag-IT,
Yeah.
hindi rin sila sa commerce or numbers or anything. There's still other things to explore.
Yeah.
This one.
Also, the flexibility na mabibigay ng course na to is very advantage talaga sa kanila once na nakagraduate sila. Kasi kung hindi man sila mapunta sa marketing, there's always public relations, journalism, and such.
Nice.
So, talaga, sky's the limit.
Yes.
Sky's the
That's
limit.
better way to put it to, encourage na, oo nga, no? You
Yeah.
forgot those, no?
Yeah.
You say, ang hirap maghanap ng trabaho. So if you're negative from the start, so what's gonna happen?
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So, should we...
And our talk.
Okay, well, see you again.
See you again next time, guys. Watch out for our next episode of Commversations. Always remember that your dreams will come true.
Be the best, be at home.
Ma'am, thank you again for your time.
No worries.